What up, Facebook? What's cracking? Getting ready to record this week's episode of the Seb Rush Show. I'm going to talk about Facebook Messenger ads. That's right. Those are a thing now, or they're going to be a thing. Whoever's jumping in the room right here, I really appreciate it. What up, what up, what up? I like to record my podcast. I actually like to live stream my podcast and interact with hashtag bedbuzz, my hand to hand. Whenever you're ready, my poor aching back. I like to live stream the recording of my podcast. I don't talk to you guys. Jen Canodle's up in this house. This girl travels so well and so long, I think that she moves places. Because I'm like, Jen, she had those awesome pictures of New York. I felt like she was there for like a month. I think it was like a week. Anyway, enjoyed those pictures of NYC and look forward to getting back there. It's hot in the city though this time of year. All right, let's do it, Ryan. You tell me, hashtag bedbuzz. I don't know. Do you guys think... Well, let's take a quick poll from Facebook Live before we start the show. So my buddy, Ryan Mahanahan, is up in Boca, right up the pike here, fellow online digital marketer, and he's the man when it comes to telling you what kind of mattress you need to get, because he writes reviews on them all the time. So I had this genius idea, because my mattress is absolute crap right now, that if I get one of these beds in a box, right, like these ghost beds or these new beds, they come in a box. They deliver the box to your house, and you take the bed out and it unfolds. It takes a couple hours to come to, but it's like the best mattress ever. Anyway, hashtag bedbuzz. I want to do this campaign. So Ryan's a busy guy, and I have to text him bedbuzz like every couple weeks, and now he's on the live stream here, so I'm putting him on blast, telling everybody that he is the mattress reviewing machine, and want to see if you guys think that us putting together a bedbuzz campaign would be lucrative to all of us. So I get the bad imagine. Okay, so let me paint the picture, right? The delivery truck shows up. I'm out there. I'm like, my bed's getting here. Last night on my old mattress. It's not really that old, but it's kind of cheap. Anyway, and the box comes, and I bring it inside, and then we unwrap the whole deal, and then the next morning I kind of rub my eyes, say, good morning, everybody, here's how I slept, and then we just review that mattress for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. That's really the idea behind it. Brooklyn bedding is sick. My buddy Chris Patel says, Ryan, know anything about Brooklyn bedding? Well, shit, let's just do a live stream and a podcast about bedding. I mean, my goodness, who cares about Facebook Messenger ads? Anyhow, this is exactly why I do a live stream while I record my podcast. Technically, I could get lazy if I wanted to and just take this live stream and extract the audio from it, put an intro and an outro bumper on that audio and be done with the podcast episode. However, I like to be able to professionally record it, and we're doing that through the amazing Spreaker platform. And Spreaker actually allows me to record the show live. So we're going to be starting the interview portion of the show next week, kicking things off with my good friend Marie Forleo, complete, total badass. If you don't follow Marie, you should be. She's the brains behind B School and just has an extremely phenomenal brand, in my opinion. I'm thoroughly impressed. We ran into each other in San Diego this past March at the Traffic and Conversion Summit. Oddly enough, we were hotel neighbors and didn't know it until the day she was checking out. So through a quick elevator ride, we reconnected and were able to, we were trying to get on the show last month. She fell ill, so she's going to be on this coming Wednesday. It's not going to be a live show. I don't want to put her on the spot like that, but that episode will probably drop either late next week or the following week. So Marie Forleo and B School. If you don't know, now you know. You'll thank me later that you tuned in. I think every woman in business, any inspired, empowered female absolutely loves Marie. And guys, she's not hard to look at, and she's wicked smart, kid, wicked smart. So tune in. That show will be sometime next week. We're doing a little ADD action here. It's like, whoa, look, squirrel. But I like to talk to who's on here. You know, I like to engage with you guys. I'm going to dive into the show. It's going to be about a quick 18 to 20 minute riff on Facebook Messenger ads. I think this is a huge next move for Facebook ad platform, but they control wherever they want to put those little mammer jammers called advertisements, because Facebook's an advertising company, so don't you get it twisted. Let's see who else in there. What up, Jeremiah? What up, Jeff Bigby? What up, Grandpa? Congrats, dude. Congrats, send my love to Danielle. And see that beautiful, healthy baby out there in California. That's great. That's awesome. The cycle of life continues. The best thing about babies is other people's babies. Those are my favorite. I visit, I bring gifts, and I'm like, oh, look at the cute little baby. Here you go. I got my 16-year-old who thinks she's 30, so I don't know what's worse, an infant or a 16-year-old. Anyhow, so are any of you guys doing any Facebook ads right now other than Ryan Mahanahan? He's doing like $1 million a month in ads. Anybody else doing Facebook ads right now? Chris Patel, I know you're all up in the Facebook ads through the Modern Agent Mastery program that my boy Grant Wise heads up. So if you're doing Facebook ads right now, you're probably already familiar with the fact that Facebook has been testing Facebook Messenger ads in Thailand and Australia, down under. As of late, Nick Jensen, I know you're rocking the Facebook ads and the bots. You and I have a pending phone call to chat about it. Speaking of that, Nick Jensen is on the thread here. He just said yes with an exclamation point. He's really adapting to this whole Facebook Messenger marketing game plan. Him and I have a pending call, so I can have him open up Pandora's box and tell me what he's been up to. But anyway, yes, man fam. Yes, he is. I agree with that statement right there. And all right, good deal. All right, let's get the show under the let's get this show under the road. Is that even possible? Let's get this show on the road. I'm not going to be able to talk and interact with you guys because I'll ADD out during the show, but feel free to keep the commentary going, crack jokes, give feedback, ask questions, because I will interact with this feed once the show's over. I'll go back in, and once the episode is up, I don't care if it's in a day or so, I'll still come back to this thread. And Facebook ads suck if you don't know what you're doing there, Galvez. Settle down. I lost my train of thought. Damn it, Galvez. Okay. I'm going to post the final show link on the comments in here as well, and we'll continue to share this. If you like what you're hearing right now, I don't care if it's this funny-looking guy with a lot of energy is talking about Facebook Messenger ads and everything else under the sun. Go ahead and hit share, and also on the top right, you can hit notifications, so you can be notified every time I go live. I don't go live when I'm taking my dog for a walk. I don't go live when I wake up in the morning just cause. I don't go live just to talk at you. I go live to talk with you, to provide value to you, and to really give you a peek behind the curtain, because let's face it, that's what we all really want, is a peek behind the curtain to really understand how does that whole podcast thing come together. Oh, and because of this is my Facebook live stream and because it is my show, if you've been looking to launch a podcast, you see right over my shoulder back here, it says want to launch a podcast. The podcast launch lab is alive and well. We've got a couple of spots still available before we close the first round of 10. We put 10 shows into the podcast launch lab, and then we're going to close things out, reshape things, improve things, and then reopen things. So don't miss your shot in doing that. Podcastlaunchlab.com for more information, or just send me an instant message here on Facebook, and you and I will schedule a call to chat further about that. So in fact, here, I'm going to hook you guys up real quick. In the event you're on here right now and you want to schedule a call to chat about your brand's social media strategy, or as of late, the hot topic has been launching a podcast, then here's a link to my calendar. You can do so. It's going to bring you to a page that shows you all of my availability, and then based on your availability, you can just go ahead and book a time right then and there, and we can hop on a call and see if you're a fit for what we got rocking over here at the Podcast Launch Lab. There it is right there. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're about to go live right now. I'm going to talk about Facebook Messenger ads and what they're looking to do with that. They've been testing that platform in Australia and in Thailand thus far. They're going to be rolling that out to everybody very, very soon. So I'll be right back with you guys in about 18 to 20 minutes. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves in the chat here. Feel free to share this. Feel free to comment. Feel free to chime in, whatever you want to do. I just like to interact with as many people as possible before the show, do the show, and then I'll interact with you guys, obviously, after the show for a couple, 2-3 minutes. Sound good? Hey, let's do this. Mic check, mic check. Let me check that mic. Mic check. Here we go. Oh, by the way, you can listen live. I know you're watching live, but maybe you mute the video and just watch me talk. If you want to listen to the show live, because you can actually hear the interactions and any sound clips that I have, go to socialbuzzonair.com. There's a player right there, and you'll see live. Don't go there right this. Well, you go there right this second. Wait till I start. Hit the page, refresh, and the show will be playing live for you. Okay? Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. All right, here we go. And remember, social media sucks if you don't know what you're doing. Here we go. getting all tangled up in here. Up in here. All right, here we go. Just kidding. 1 second. Just when you think you're ready to go, you're not. So we'll continue to chat it up here. What up there, Nicole? How's Colorado? Is it snowing yet? Holler at your boy. Who else is in here? Announce yourself. Happy Friday, by the way. Friday. I kind of like that. I usually don't like those little cheesy play on words, but that's kind of fun. Friday. Happy Friday. I'm just putting together the image real quick here for. I'm not as prepared as I thought I should be or would be. Episode 26, the Seb Rusk Show. Facebook Messenger ads. So I'm just putting the description together here for the show. I have to put it all through Spreaker. I'm supposed to put the image up. I totally dropped the ball on that. I thought I was just going live. New platform. I'm new here. Bear with me here. Bear with me. We're starting the show here in just a second if you're just now tuning in. I thought I was ready to go, and I was ill-prepared here with this new platform. You're supposed to upload images and title, description, and everything. It's really cool, actually, if you have your program together here. What up? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This right here is the Seb Rusk Show podcast. We're doing a little behind-the-scenes action. I always like to record the show live on Facebook. I'm not going to talk to you while I'm recording the show live because I can't focus. Yeah, we're putting all the logistics together here. You can go to socialbuzzonair.com, and as soon as I hit record and I start recording, the show's live. You can hit refresh, and it'll start playing, and you can hear all the sound bites, etc., that we got rocking on the show here. Instead of just watching it live, what I would do is you can mute this. You can mute the Facebook Live, and you can watch if you want. I don't know, listen to the show at the same time. Anyhow. Let's see here. We're almost going live here. I just had to fix the. Facebook Messenger ads, episode 26. 26! Here we go. What up, Miguel? What up, Maggie? Thanks for joining me. All right, we're ready to go. Rock and roll. One more sip of vodka and we're off to the races. Hey, if you this is going to be a great episode because I'm talking about Facebook Messenger ads. This is a brand new opportunity to use Facebook ads on all of the fronts that they have. They've got WhatsApp, they've got Instagram, they've got several properties that they own, obviously, in addition to the world and your data. So you want to tune in and figure out how this fits into. There's some automation behind the process as well. We're all learning as we go, but this is brand new. This is an opportunity to get ahead of the curve. All right, here we go. We're going live. You ready? I'm ready. Oh, yeah, that's my name. Don't wear it out. Thanks so much for that warm intro there, Mr. Ian Intro, I like to name him. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome. This is the Seb Rusk Show on Social Buzz On Air. I like to call it my podcast. What's what we're doing here? We're giving you tips, tricks, tools, ideas, and things that really matter and pertain to social media and your brand. How do you take your brand to the next level through social media? Well, let's just start with you become a media company as a brand. Well, that sounds fancy and adorable, Sebastian, but what does that mean? How do I become a media company as a brand? Well, a couple ways to do it. And by the way, side note, there has never, ever been an easier time to become a media company as a brand. Why? Because there's so many platforms, so many opportunities, and so many ways to actually make that happen. Well, give me some examples, Sebastian. Listen, as a brand, if you're an insurance agency and you decided to launch a podcast strategy or a video web series on YouTube or on Facebook, you're producing media. That media lives on a platform that you control. You don't own it, but you control it. You have a YouTube channel, you put content up, you control how the community grows, how the community engages, and what content you put on there. It really is as simple as that. So I don't know how I got off on this tangent, but I think it's that ongoing conversation that people constantly ask me, Sebastian, where do I start? And I just say somewhere. There's several places to start within the social media space. It's where your brand resonates. Not every brand is a fit for Instagram. Not every brand's a fit for Pinterest. But when we're talking about producing online digital content, every brand is a fit to produce digital content and tell the story of their brand. That's the goal of social media, is to be able to build a community by creating content and providing value to that community through that content. Hey, if you're just tuning in, this is the Seb Rusk Show on Social Buzz On Air. You can tune in live. Maybe you're listening to this in the middle of next week because you downloaded the podcast. I really do appreciate you. Go to socialbuzzonair.com, click subscribe. That's going to take you right to the iTunes store. You'll be able to subscribe to our show. And every time a brand new episode drops, you'll have the 411 via a little push notification from our friends at the iTunes store. And for all you Android freaks, you can find the store. I'm just kidding, kind of. You can find the show in the Google Play Store, whatever the hell that is. Hey, we do this once a week, or at least we try to, give you tips, tricks, tools, ideas. And next week, we're starting to introduce the interview portion. I used to do it. I built this show doing interviews because I quickly learned that if I can find people that are cooler than me, that have a larger platform than me, and a larger following than me, they'll promote the fact that they're going to be on the show. Why? Because let's face it, friends, everyone loves to talk about themselves. That model works really, really well. I am reintroducing the interview portion of the show, which will, instead of me talking about a specific subject, chiming in, etc., we are going to have special guests on. They're going to be able to provide even more value pertaining to what's going on. So I'm really excited. I know, yes, it's definitely a round of applause. Absolutely. Something I'm really, really excited about and proud of. We're going to kick things off next week with my buddy Marie Forleo. If you don't know who Marie is, you need to look her up. That's Forleo, Marie Forleo. She's the brains behind B School. She absolutely crushes the game. I watched her launch unfold a few years back with her B School product. And the way that she rolled it out through influencers within her circle were unbelievable. She had people like Tony Robbins and people like Gary Vaynerchuk and people like Lewis Howes talking about this and actually helping her launch it. And they were an affiliate, so they were incentivized and motivated to do so. But it was just an absolute brilliant launch. I've watched her videos. I think she is absolutely just on point when it comes to her personal branding. She's stunning, she's brilliant, and her brand is just badass. So make sure you check her out. I'm fired up to have her on the show next week. We were trying to get on the show last month. She's a busy girl, and she fell ill last month, so we had to reschedule. Show's not going to be live. It's going to be pre-recorded. And the show will probably drop late next week or early the following week, but I can assure you, you are absolutely going to love this interview. Marie has, I'm excited to learn from her through that interview. That's another plus to doing these interviews and having people on, is that you get to learn from those people. So, hey, that's what goes down here. This is the Seb Rusk Show podcast on Social Buzz On Air. This week, we're diving into the topic of Facebook Messenger ads. So let's not waste any time. Let's just get right down to it. I stumbled across a couple of articles this week kind of filled me in on what's taken place here with Facebook Messenger ads. Now let's back up real quick. Facebook obviously has an ads platform that allows us to display ads currently in the Facebook newsfeed. To the right of the Facebook newsfeed, the ad platform is coming to groups very, very soon. You can run Instagram ads. I firmly believe that there will be a WhatsApp option as brands continue to adapt WhatsApp as a customer service tool and a sales tool and a marketing tool to be able to reach an audience that they're already connected to or not connected to. But this is the next step in the Facebook ad platform being scaled to other areas on here. Facebook Messenger ads. Now, as you know, Facebook forced everyone to download the standalone Facebook Messenger app. The reason for this is they really wanted to utilize this as a communication tool, very similar to a WhatsApp, for people that weren't currently on Facebook, but still wanted to utilize it as a commercial, as a communication tool. In addition to that, there's a huge opportunity to be able to monetize this for brands, and for brands to be able to really streamline the customer service and really the sales and marketing aspect of their business through a little bit of automation. It's not set it and forget it, but the automation through Facebook Messenger has grown exponentially, and brands are really starting to adapt to it. If you haven't experienced this yet, let me give you a great example of a brand that went in and set up Facebook Messenger automation. Has done a great job. Go to Poncho on Facebook, just like a rain poncho, Poncho. Yeah, so send him a message real quick, Poncho the weather dude, and that's a great example of how brands are utilizing it, but it can be used for customer service, etc., etc. Facebook understands and sees all of that, so as the automation comes along with Facebook chatbots, so does the ongoing scalability of the Facebook ad platform. 1.2 billion people are using Facebook Messenger app on a monthly basis. That's with a B, friends. 1.2 billion people. They've been testing out this Facebook Messenger ad platform in Australia and Thailand, getting an overwhelming success rate on the test, so they're deciding to roll it out to everybody very soon here. Users can hide ads, but you cannot stop the ads entirely. You cannot stop the machine, but you can hide parts of it. So Facebook's plan is to monetize Messenger and make it a global game on here. Facebook starts running out of real estate, as Facebook really starts to run out of real estate to place ads in its flagship app of Facebook. It's opening up more in its Messenger app. The company announced plans to expand its Messenger ads globally after a successful test in Thailand earlier this year. Same ads, new place. So same type of ads you've been running for your business, just going to be different placement. It's just like, oh, I was running Facebook ads in the newsfeed before, and then they opened up the opportunity to actually run ads within the Messenger app, or excuse me, I was running them within the normal newsfeed, and then they rolled out the ability to run ads on Instagram. And then it's, do you want your ads to run on mobile? Do you want to run on desktop? Do you want it to be on Instagram? I think that the eventual choices are going to be the newsfeed, mobile, desktop, Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp, and whatever the companies they decide to acquire that have some sort of communication on how we now communicate it. I mean, as if we're not digitally addicted and like crazy hyper connected as it stands. Same ads, new place. It's a huge opportunity with Messenger ads that advertisers don't have to change much, but they can take advantage of ads within the Messenger app. The ad inventory in Messenger is just another placement option for Facebook ads, similar to the third-party apps that Facebook's audience network use to monetize their apps. Advertisers will be able to buy Messenger ads using the same exact tools they use to buy Facebook and Instagram ads. So what that means in layman's terms is all you simply need to do is make your way over to the Facebook ads platform. For those of you that may not be familiar and newbies looking to dive into that, if you've ever hit boost to post, it will bring you right to the Facebook ads platform to set up your lovely Facebook ads platform, and Facebook would be so graciously willing and open to take your credit card and bill you for as much as you'd be willing to spend on their Facebook ads platform. Now, as much Facebook doesn't have to do much to work to attract advertisers to the platform. Why? Because they already have the advertisers in the Facebook ad platform, millions of them. The challenge is in helping advertisers produce strong results on their investments in the ad units. You know, the downside of ads is that people tune them out. You know, we don't like ads. We're living in a convenience, DVR, fast forward, binge watching. I want it right now. I'll pay $40 for a whatchamacallit bar if I can have it delivered right now. Hello, Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, what's the one where they deliver right away? Yeah, that one. Ads that prompt users to start chatting with a business could particularly be useful for business within Messenger. These ads have been available through Facebook for some time, but ought to be more effective within Messenger itself. Further improving the efficiency is Messenger's other ad product, Sponsored Messages, which allows businesses to send unprompted messages to users if they've previously had a conversation. So you can pretty much just barge right into a potential customer, prospect, or customer's Facebook feed and talk to them if they've ever inquired or engaged with your brand. Why? Because Facebook knows more about you and me and your customers and prospects than you think that you do know. I think that's really neat. Now, there's no more room for ads on Facebook. I'm reading from an article here on the Motley Fool. Facebook's decision to open Messenger ads globally coincides with the timing of Facebook's lapping CFO Dave Weiner's announcement of ad load saturation on its flagship app. In other words, the number of ad users see in their news feed hasn't increased in a year. It was a big driver of revenue growth at Facebook, but Werner told analysts they should expect growth to slow meaningfully in the second half of this year. There's only so much space for so many advertisers to spend so much money to be seen in so many places, is essentially what that breakdown, like James Brown, is what it's all about. You know, Jack Nicholson's a great fan of the show, and I tell Jack, you should really use some Facebook ads. Even though you're a tried and true actor, you can continue to build your brand through it. You know what he tells me? Not trying to make anybody nervous here, Jack. Just trying to help, buddy. Just trying to help. Thanks for always supporting the show, Jack, and chiming in with your warm and fuzzies. Happy Friday to you, Jack. Big hugs. Anyhow, Facebook Messenger ads are, in my opinion, a little bit of a game changer. I don't know that they are the game changer, because my concern is that we tune, as quick as people can tune us in, they can tune us out. Right? So you've got to be very strategic with your Facebook ad strategy, just in general. As Facebook continues to open up these other areas to be able to expose your message, again, it needs to be strategic and a fit. If I start getting DMs or messages via Messenger, and I already do from Facebook Business, they send out their tips once a week, and it drives me a little crazy. I don't know that I like it that much, but I could be wrong. But when I'm bombarded with a message that I didn't really ask for, I'm like, When I go and inquire with a brand, and I go to a brand and I say, I'm inquiring about this product or this service or this rate, and they have some automated responses that answer my questions right away, awesome. What I don't like is when I go inquire to a brand, I won't mention any names, SoundCloud, but when I tweet you or I send you a message on Twitter and I'm having a challenge with your platform that I'm paying money for on a monthly basis, I don't want a canned response that sends me to your help section, your help knowledge center that helps me understand what other people and other challenges have happened. I'm looking to resolve my specific issue. And for the record, SoundCloud, I don't mean to put you on blast. I've been a long time user, but I sent you a tweet yesterday, actually 2 of them, and you said, we're getting a lot of tweets. Check out our help section. And all that basically says is that, you know, our customer service is just not a priority for us. We can figure out a way to automate it, and if we don't, then oh well. And if you don't like us, then go use Libsyn or another platform. That doesn't work. Same applies with Facebook Messenger bots. When you're responding back to people and you're asking them to, or you're trying to respond back to them, but you're automating them and sending them elsewhere, that's not really helping them out. If you have a video that actually answers their questions and does it, that's another question. But again, this episode is not about automation, but it is still in the realm of Facebook Messenger per se, and kind of the Facebook Messenger etiquette, if you will. So if you're just tuning in, hey, you might want to rewind, go back to the beginning of the show. The show's only 18 minutes long. We're talking about Facebook Messenger ads. This is another additional area that Facebook is opening up to allow you to have your ads exposed in. Right now, you can have your ads exposed in the Facebook newsfeed. You can have them exposed in on mobile, on desktop, and Instagram, and now Facebook has been testing out Australia and Thailand to be able to put ads. So if you look in your Messenger, Facebook Messenger app, you're just going to see ads in between, not all over the place. They'll be strategically placed and not annoying because you'll just completely tune that out. But some people aren't all up in the news feed as much as you are, or maybe they are. But a lot of people use Messenger because it's a communication platform, especially for brands. So if you're running Facebook ads, keep an eye out here. This is going to be rolled out to everybody very, very soon, including you, Jack Nicholas. And it says here how Facebook can move forward. Overall, Messenger ads are a big opportunity for Facebook to keep growing its ad revenue despite the challenges it faces with its flagship app. Investors should expect a slow ramp of ads on the platform, and it may take several years for Facebook to take full advantage of the opportunity. At the same time, Facebook has plenty of other growth avenues, i.e. their video platform, WhatsApp, virtual reality, etc., etc. So just one step closer to us all being killed by robots. 10 stocks we like better than Facebook. Okay, we're not going to review that. That's not really pertinent to the actual subject at hand on what we're talking about with Facebook Messenger, etc. But we're approaching the 18-minute mark, and I don't know if we're actually on time. I can't believe we're on time. I usually go way over because I get off on a tangent talking about this, but this was kind of a quick update. I should stop saying kind of, because kind of and sort of, I mean, this is the most overused filler words on the planet. So if you do that a lot, and it's sort of like, and it's kind of like, and it's sort of like, it's a good drinking game. Every time he says sort of drink, well, you're going to be drunk real quick because everybody's kind of, it's sort of like, and it's kind of like, and I haven't really figured it out. But if you do that, stop it, right? Jack, you need to stop doing that. I'm not trying to make anybody nervous here, Jack. My goodness. I have Facebook Lives tuning in right now. We do that as we record the show every time, and people are probably like, why is there a pause in silence? So I always tell them, go listen to the show at socialbuzzonair.com. You can listen to it live right now, and then you can hear what Jack Nicholas has to chime in. Something about sleeping by a bunch of Cubans and you're not going to come down and scare me. It's a good little bit there. Thanks for tuning in again, Jack. So, well, we know what that sound means. We are out of time. Hey, my name is Sebastian Rusk. I'm the host of this show called The Sep Rusk Show on Social Buzz On Air. It's social media radio, tips, tricks, tools, ideas, and things you need to know that you didn't know about social media and your business. If you like the show, do me a favor. Go down to the review section. If you want a 1-star, it cool, but if you want a 5-star, that bad boy, I ain't mad at you. Leave us a review on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe. You download some episodes. Show us some love. For all you Android freaks, you can head over to the Google Play Store and subscribe, leave a review, download it, etc., etc. Tune in next week. I got my homegirl Marie Forleo on, the brains behind B School. If you don't know who Marie is, look her up. She's making some crazy moves, and she's just awesome. Hey, I'm Sebastian Rusk signing off from our studio here inside Business Miami. Talk to you next time. All right, 19 minutes and 21 seconds. We're getting closer. Hey, thanks guys for tuning in. I've had a bunch of you in here, a bunch of you tuning in, chiming in. And I appreciate each and every one of you. If you've got questions about Facebook Messenger ads, hit me up. And if you want to launch a podcast, hit me up too. Go to podcastlaunchlab.com, type in your email. I'll give you the training for what we're doing. I'll just open Pandora's box. 22-minute training, show you the 9 steps on how to launch a podcast. And you can go launch it this weekend if you want. Chances are you're not going to have the time to do it. And you're going to want to work with a team of professionals. And that's where my team and the Podcast Launch Lab come into play. I'm wishing you guys a very safe and awesome and restful weekend. And if you like this, hit share and make sure you turn on the notifications so you're notified every time we jump on here and start getting rowdy-bowdy with the Seb Rusk Show podcast here on Social Buzz On Air. Hey, remember, whether you think you're right or you're wrong, you're right. Bye, kids.